Welcome back, Knights of Dragaria. We're going to go over status change in Front Mission 3. This is something that I'm not sure everybody really knows about, but this is actually clarified very well in a remake here. So let's go over the first one. The second one's very simple. We'll just cover that very briefly. The first one is kind of important, I think. Probably you should know about this in case you don't know about certain things. First, the stun status. Icon will appear over the stun units during combat. Stun units cannot take any action during their turns. Impact class weapons like batons, shotguns cause stun status. So impact weapons is what always causes stun. Okay? Not all of you might know that. A lot of you might, but this is just to help you understand what's going on with your game. A stun unit displays a stun status and cannot act during their turn. It also cannot evade enemy attacks. Now, yeah, you should not be able to evade enemy attacks. It also cannot perform counterattacks unless you have the skill auto. Then auto will bring you back to be able to do a counterattack for, I think, one turn. Stun units will attempt to recover at the beginning of every turn, but recovery is not guaranteed. So you can stay stunned for quite some time. And so can the enemy as well. Next is the confused status. So this is the next one here. An icon appears like this over units that are confused. A question mark box essentially will be flashing when you're confused. Pierce class weapons like machine guns, rifles cause the confused status more often. Okay. Confused unit requires more AP to attack, so it'll burn through your AP more, which means that you can't counterattack as much, or go as far as you want to go, or maybe even do the attack. Confused units will attempt to recover at the beginning of every turn, but recovery is not guaranteed, just like stun. In that sense, the displayed AP cost is adjusted to account for the confused status. So, you'll see the adjustment of your AP cost go up by a lot. Hold down the Y button to see details. AP cost of other weapons can be checked by holding down Y and switching between weapons with the directional button. And we can do that right here. You can see the AP cost without my head. So it's extra 3. Alright. And that's it for that. It's just going to cost you more. It's going to be harder to possibly do your attack, move, and do counterattacks. It just gets a little bit harder. Confused. Confused is not a good thing to have. Status change 2. We'll just cover this briefly. This is very, very simple, but there is a little caveat in here to look at so that you understand something. Checking morale and surrender tutorial. Only enemies receiving the checking moral status. Units that are checking morale are treated like stunned units. Basically, they won't do anything. Put an enemy unit at a disadvantage to cause a moral check. Being outnumbered, receiving heavy damage, or receiving consecutive attacks are all ways of putting an enemy at disadvantage. So any of those things, constantly beating down a guy, will put him into a morale check status. So he's going to look like this the whole time. Most of you already know this. New players probably don't. Probably wondering, can they counterattack me if they're in this status? No, they're holding the white flag. They're like, please don't kill me, essentially. An enemy unit cannot take an action under the checking moral status. Unit may recover at the beginning of each enemy phase. So if you don't fight them and they're still holding a white flag and you leave them completely alone, they could come back to maybe fight you. So I'd have to say within 2 turns, don't go more than 4 turns without attacking them to make sure they surrender you. Units are more likely to recover if other enemy units are nearby. So other enemy units coming by them could make them recover their moral status. The surrender tutorial is next. Surrender occurs when an enemy pilot ejects from their machine and surrenders. The surrendered pilot is removed from the map and leaves an empty machine behind. The unit will always surrender if they're attacked while under the checking moral status. So you want to do this. Even just a little melee punch will just stop them and make them eject. And this is how you get your extra Wanzers. This is how you get it most of the time. You can do eject punch. You can try to force eject them out of it, but this is really the best thing you could do. I'm just going to do a Bone Buster. Do any attack you want. You have to just tap them. Tap them once, and they will force surrender. They're already out of their wands, or somehow magically they just disappear, and now the wands is just there. Target under checking morale will take damage with hit. Note, the attack could destroy the unit. Obviously, you could break the very wands that you're trying to get, so be careful how you do this. Surrounding a target is another way to make an enemy pilot surrender. Surround them on 4 sides. Could force that. We don't have any more guys, and that's pretty much it. So what we can do here, another thing you can do is you can move to purposefully attack the machine that is here, if you still want to break it. This can cost you score in the game, but it'll get you destruction parts and AP points, possibly for that, a little bit of experience too. And that's it. That's all there is to that. Nothing more. That's pretty much it. So it's very simple. You know, as you can see, impact is going to cause stun. Machine gun is going to cause confusion. I think the beam weapon can also cause confusion, but the impact typically causes the stun, you know, to happen. And so, yeah, that's something that if you didn't know, now you know. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Definitely click the bell or whatever, you know, let me know that you're watching, and I'll see you in the next Front Mission video.